Welcome back after a long hiatus, everyone.
Always good to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Since we did not have everyone available for this week, our starting week back, even though we all had a month to plan ahead, we're still going to play some D&D. I got a one-shot lined up, and hopefully we finish it all. If not, it'll just be one of those tales lost in limbo. So, anyway, we are doing a one-shot in a different part of the same world, the world of Djruthourhi. However, we're going to go a little bit further south down to the coastline and the sea swamp there. So I'm going to start us off with the opening, and we'll be back right after that. So yes, everybody has their characters. Everybody has their parameters. This is an all druid game.
Only wildfire druids. Right?
A lot of our people haven't played druids before, and I thought this would be kind of interesting.
You just wanted to laugh at me failing playing a druid. I see how it is.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
maybe. So I am going to set the scene for you all, and then I will allow you all to introduce your characters. Of course, you'll introduce your characters by name and a little description and even just a little bit of personality, that kind of stuff. So our players were given the prompt that everyone here has kind of grown up together within this society of druids, and they've been taught through those years under the same teacher. So I am going to read the starting prompt, and let's get into this. Deep within the verdant expanse of the sea swamp, there exists a tranquil haven known as the Whispering Pools. This serene spot, chosen by Matharian Feathersong for its peaceful ambience and natural beauty, serves as the ideal setting for imparting his wisdom to his students. At the heart of this sanctuary, an ancient, gnarled tree stands majestically, its roots sprawling outward like a network of veins. From beneath its sturdy trunk, crystal clear water bubbles up, cascading gently over moss-covered stones and creating a series of small, interconnected pools. The sound of the water, a soft and constant murmur, fills the air with a soothing melody that seems to resonate with the heartbeat of the swamp itself. The pools are a marvel of nature, each one a miniature world of its own. Delicate water lilies float gracefully on the surface, their blossoms opening to the sky, while tiny fish dart beneath the water, their scales glinting in the dappled sunlight. The edges of the pools are adorned with lush greenery, ferns, and wildflowers, creating a vibrant tapestry of colors and textures. Around this enchanting scene, a ring of ancient willow trees stands sentinel, their long, graceful branches dipping into the water as if to drink from the life-giving pools. The ground is soft and spongy, covered in a thick carpet of moss and fallen leaves that cushion every step. The air is fragrant with the mingling scents of damp earth, blossoming flowers, and the faint, tangy hint of the swamp. Bless you.
my cat.
Here, under the protective canopy of the ancient tree, Matherian gathers his students. The bubbling of the water and the whispering of the wind through the leaves creates a backdrop of natural harmony, fostering an atmosphere of calm and focus. As Matherian speaks, his voice blends seamlessly with the sound of the swamp, his lessons carrying the weight of ancient wisdom and the promise of new growth. In this sacred spot, the boundaries between teacher and student, nature and nurture, blur and dissolve. The Whispering Pools become more than just a classroom. They are a living testament to the bond between the druids and the land they protect. It is a place where knowledge flows as freely as the bubbling water, where every lesson is a step closer to understanding the intricate dance of life. As the class unfolds, the students find themselves not just learning, but becoming a part of the natural world around them, their hearts and minds opening to the gentle rhythms of the swamp. This peaceful enclave, chosen with care and love by their teacher, is a sanctuary for growth, reflection, and the timeless exchange of druidic lore. Matherian Feathersong stands before his class, his stern gaze softening as he imparts the final wisdom of today's lesson. The students sit close by, listening intently, the flickering light from the nearby sacred pools casting a serene glow over the gathering. "And so, remember, my young druids," he begins, his voice resonating with authority and care. "An animal in distress is not merely a creature in need. It is a living being bound by the same threads of life that weave through us all. Approach with a calm heart and a steady hand. Speak softly with words of kindness and reassurance. Let your actions reflect the harmony you wish to restore." He pauses, allowing the weight of his words to settle upon his students. "In befriending an animal, you are not just offering aid. You are forging a bond, a sacred trust that bridges the divide between our world and theirs. Respect this bond, and you will find allies in the most unexpected places, companions who will stand by you in time of need." His eyes sweep over the faces of his students. "Now go, and carry this lesson with you. May your hearts remain open, your spirits unyielding, and your bond with nature ever strong. We will convene again in about an hour." With a final nod, Matherian dismisses the class, his heart swelling with pride as he steps away from his charges. Now I'm going to put everybody on the right page, which is this one over here. And I will close out Matherian over there. And I will have him walk away. And you may place your tokens anywhere on this map that you wish to be. We'll start with the order that you all show up on the screen. So, how about our kobold go first?
I wasn't expecting to be called on first. Hi everyone, I'm Fizzlebits. I'm a dragon. I think my wings are gonna grow in maybe a year or two. I really, really like the stars, and I really, really like birds and blankets.
Okay. Now, give us a description of Fizzlebits.
Fizzlebits is about 2 foot 2 inches. He usually tries to stand up as tall as possible, but whenever looked at by anyone else, kind of crouches back down into a stoop. He wears quite a nice coat that he seems to have woven himself from a variety of natural fibers, and has a keen and bright eye that will not meet anyone's gaze, but is usually fixed on the sky.
Okay. And And we'll go over to our human friend next.
So, Cash is a human of average height with eyes of a deep rich brown. He enjoys working with his friends. He has always had an affinity for the stars and what lays beyond Djruthourhi. He enjoys meditation. His backstory is that he was taken at a young age, young enough that he doesn't consciously recall the events of the night he was taken. However, occasionally he seems to have fragments of a recurring nightmare and wonders what they could mean.
Ooh. Okay. And we will go to our fairy next.
Amelia is a tiny fairy, one of the youngest in the group. Very naive, very friendly, annoyingly optimistic to her best friend, and just trying to learn as much as she can. She doesn't really remember much of her life before she got here, but her head is in the clouds where she's always flying.
Okay. And that takes us over to our half drow.
Malaise is probably the oldest, if not the second oldest of the group. And she rightfully makes sure everyone knows that she is on plan number XYZ of how to escape this place, because she was brought here against her will and she's just simply still has not accepted that she must remain here. Most of the time she will be in cat form for as long as her magic shall allow, and if she's not in cat form, there is a shadow cat that follows wherever she goes.
Okay. And last but not least, we have our goblin.
Red Eye. So Red Eye is a tall for a goblin, standing at 4 foot and 50 pounds. He is a bit of a wanderer and explorer. He spends most of his time with Fizzlebit, and unlike Fizzlebit, he prefers exploring what lies before him on the ground.
We're not friends.
Always.
So, that's our introductions. Now, to kind of give our watchers an idea, in the ancient verdant swamplands of Finoki, that is the name of the sea swamp, where mists weave their ethereal dance, rests Cernuli. This is a majestic dragon of the forest. Long before the time of the dragon exodus, this mighty forest guardian succumbed to an enchanted slumber, gradually transforming into the colossal and awe-inspiring tree of Cern. The druids of Mossback, wise and reverent stewards of nature, hold a sacred duty to safeguard the swamps and the untamed realms that surround them. Now, the Mossbacks are a little controversial. They are a very secretive group. Outsiders are not welcomed. But they do every once in a while send out scouts to find those with druidic prowess and bring them back, either with permission or sometimes without permission, because they feel that their charge in the world is one that's greater than such frivolous things as leaving a child where it belongs. So there's a little bit of controversy with them in that aspect. This group of 5 were all taken at about the same time and put under Matherian Feathersong's care, and he has kept them that way, teaching them their druidic ways. Each of them, I think, is a different circle, if I'm not incorrect. And for the class, you all know that your rite of passage is coming soon. Only after performing your rite of passage will you be able to take a piece of the moss which grows on the tree of Cern and wear it as a cloak. And that moss will become a part of you, strengthen your abilities, and in turn bring you closer to Cernuli and your grand design as a druid of the Mossback. So, with the backstory said and the setting placed, you all may converse a little bit, and if you wish to chat with each other or test out anything in this little grove, you may. And once you are ready, we'll move on to the next hour where you'll meet with your teacher again.
Amila would just be buzzing around Malaise right now, asking her if she's ready for the rite of passage. Are you ready? Are you ready? It's coming up soon. Oh my god. And she's like flying around in Malaise's head.
If I don't pass it, then can I leave?
You can't leave me. I'll be so bored without you.
There are a million other tryhards here.
Yeah, but there's no one that tries as little as you. Which is why you're so special.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
See, listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. And she's just continuously flying around the two of them.
Right, that's because you have that fucking thing that you both do where you're like, grander plan, everything is great. It's all nobody believes that but you.
I mean, no, the two of us believe it. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fun.
I don't think it's so bad trying to find the positive side of things all the time, but, I just go with the flow and see what happens. Try to make the best of it. You could use a little positive attitude, He says as he, kids around.
Goal.
See?
Change is always coming.
On top of his head and pointing down. Listen to him.
And if we pass the trial, aren't we allowed to then become searchers of our own? That would let you go out in teams.
What do you mean if? We're all gonna do fine, guys.
Also, then that would mean I would have to publicly claim you guys.
You publicly claimed me for ages ago, Melise. Don't be silly.
You love us.
I'm not quite sure I know what that emotion feels like, frankly.
It feels like a book. A long book. Dry. In a hole.
Spend too much time in book.
In book?
Spends too much time in
I
book.
think if you spent enough time in class, you'd learn to speak clearly. Can you enunciate? I never know what you're saying.
Me?
Meh.
I'm sorry.
Also, she's gonna fly over to Fizzlebit and be like, so, any luck on the wings? We can fly together, right?
I got a pimple on my back. I thought they were growing, but they weren't.
I always have to go on my morning flights alone. You keep telling me they're gonna come. I want them to come already. Let's go. Hurry up. She flies around you in circles. Like, make it go faster.
If we become better druids, then I can turn into pterodactyl.
Her jaw drops at this. Oh my god, you're right!
That would involve you ever actually seeing one.
Well, he's not gonna see.
I read about them.
In Malaise.
Oh, you all are exhausting. Malaise is going to turn into a black cat and go lay on a dry rock.
Hey, somebody woke up on the wrong vine this morning. The wrong moss-covered rock.
Always like that. Always like that. Never.
You should come and stay in Red Eye, a nice hole. It's nice, warm. Nice patch floor. Finished with the wallet.
How big are fairies, Jimmy, in this world?
They're kind of tiny. I mean,
Like,
palm of your hand.
okay, so
Oh, Tinkerbell.
okay, so Amilo's literally just gonna be sitting on Cash's shoulder.
What do you guys think our trial's gonna be? Do you think we can study for it?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be just something like that kind of happens, like a natural, you know.
Likely, we go out and we do druid things.
You do druid thing.
Why would be anything else?
Oh, maybe it's gonna be a test on all of the stars and constellations we can name.
Or of the
And I can navigate by star, but never keep names straight. Never. How do you keep all shiny points of light and keep naming them?
Well,
That I never understand.
They're associated with all of the old dragon gods. Easy to remember.
They're pretty incredible.
You're still my favorite dragon.
No many dragon?
Including him?
Uh-huh.
No, one dragon. But my buddy Casper has the heart of a dragon.
I'm pretty sure I only dragon left.
Far away as humanly possible.
Occasionally, they look over and hiss at you.
Should we go and give the kitty blanket?
Leave kitty cat alone. Kitty cat need catnap. Maybe afterward be less grumpy.
I know Malaise wants to get out of here, but maybe they wouldn't if they got to know us better.
Maybe. I'm gonna go back to make sure they're okay. And with that, they stand up on Cash's shoulder and fly off over to Malaise.
I would tug on the human's robe next to me.
What do you think Professor would do if he found out that his staff was misplaced and put somewhere?
You move his staff again.
It was
Not just him.
I did it. Rite stole it.
No, Fizzy stole it first. I stole it from Fizzy.
Now, the last
And
time
he
you
stole it
guys
back.
did that, you were able to put it back before we found out. But now that you're asking me, it makes me wonder if you don't seem so confident.
Not so much confident that we can't put it back before he noticed. Just, in all the stealing back and forth, it seems we have.
I was really concerned that you would
misplaced
find it, and so that I hit it better than I've hit anything before, so well that I can't find it anymore, and now I'm worried that it may be gone forever.
Oh, what am I going to do with you two? Okay, we need to find that thing. Red Eye, where's the staff?
I don't know. He had it last.
Are you
Sneaky
serious?
job, aren't you? You're good at finding stuff, stealing stuff. You should know what it is.
Only good stealing stuff from you. Teacher, Master always catch me when I try to steal from him.
Maybe we just can't get stick. One knows.
You say as his master don't know every stick in swamp.
Then we just
Cash?
get some out one.
Cash is going to extend his arms out like one hand to each of them and say, "Give me your hands."
Fine.
Cash is going to close his eyes, look down, and then cast guidance. Try to remember.
Well done.
Isn't a staff is only master's bed?
All right. So, do a recall. So, we're gonna try and recall knowledge, right?
It'd just be a history check.
Nice.
Oh, damn!
I remember. It, oh no. I
You
did
ro-
it in bonfire that's supposed to be the celebration for us passing.
Oh, look, we need to. I know you guys do this thing when you're stressed out, and I really don't think you have to worry that much. Let's just stay focused on what lies ahead, and I know we're gonna pass this thing. Just keep your heads together,
Stressed
and
out.
we got this.
Just, it's stressed out. Just take red mushroom paste.
Oh, no red mushroom. I told you, red mushrooms make you win.
But blue sky tastes so good.
Are we safe to say that the time has passed? Or is there anything else you guys would like to explore?
Miley would just be like hanging out with Malays and kind of her up,
Okay.
and probably very miserably. Because have you met Malays?
Is the water drinkable?
Oh yeah, it's crystal clear.
Cash is gonna have some of that good H2O.
The water here is slightly sweet from the minerals that are within the ground where it comes from. Not even a trace of the salt water from the rest of the swamp can be detected.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna fill up my water flask with some of the water from here. Just to have with me. Or my
No.
water skin.
Not a bad idea.
I would be sitting down and drawing constellations in my book,
Is this tree
dangling my
hollow?
feet into the water.
No, it's just it's kind of an old gnarled tree.
Okay.
It's just the top of it had to be cut off so we could see everybody.
hmm
All right. Well, as the time passes and the students talk among themselves and socialize, eventually the hour's time would have passed, and Matherian comes walking back to the class. Behind,
Just to make sure we did go and get his staff and put it back, right?
did you?
After
Did you have time?
camera.
I don't think we had time, but
Mm.
we know where it is. It's in the bonfire.
Oh, that's where you hid it. Oh, God. I didn't hear that the first time. Oh, God, that is terrifying. Anyway, we're going to have to make sure we get that before they ever light that bonfire.
Fiddlebit's ears would prickle, and as soon as he heard the master coming back into the clearing, he would scamper over the rocks, fall in and splash and swim back over. Looking, of course, like he meant to do that all along.
Okay, 1 second. Because there's somebody else with Matherian.
I would be buzzing around Malays, being like, Malays, it's time, they're back.
Just snoozing.
Come on, Malays, we gotta go.
Can't hear you doing a snooze.
She's like,
Does Kitty need Splash to wake up?
I will claw your face off.
Gotta catch me first.
No, I think he's gonna claw my face off.
So
I'm assuming you're clawing- Oh, I do.
Matherian walks with a red-haired furbog. This is Archdruid Thalara.
Are we secretly Pandora?
No, it's gray fur. Really short gray fur.
Mm-hmm.
Are we secretly Pandora? So, Thalara, as the Grand Leader of the Order of the Mossback, is both guardian and guide to all of the Mossbacks. Her leadership has always been defined by a deep sense of duty and compassion. She oversees the training and growth of all the druids. And her presence is kind of like a beacon of hope and strength. She's very soft-spoken. But to those who don't really understand the druidic ways, she may seem a bit aloof, as she seems to constantly talk with spirits of the wild, small animals, and even the plants that are around the grove. So, you all know of this person very well, and she kind of commands that respect, even though you don't she doesn't teach classes. She delegates that to the other druids that teach the classes. But she's always... Principal. Yeah, she's the principal. That's right. She walks around, she looks at everything, and that's basically how it is.
Have we interacted with her before, or none of us would have?
Oh yeah, you've had words with her before, and in times when you've been particularly misbehaving or perhaps tried to escape the grove, she would have been there to chastise you.
Hey, Melissa, how you doing? Nothing.
So as Matharian walks up and sees the students coming closer, some more clumsy than others. They're still here. I hadn't expected that. My saplings, we have a rare treat. The Archdruid is here to speak with you. She said she had something she wished to talk to you about concerning your right.
Thanks.
Chief speak, chief speak, chief speak.
I start buzzing around very anxiously.
Nothing about bonfires?
She stands there, and she's not as tall as Matharian. She's kind of smaller for a furbog. But as she looks out over the class, her eyes settling on Malaise for a moment, she takes a bit of a breath. The day comes for each of our saplings to venture out into the swamps and to perform their rites of passage. This rite is, of course, a requirement for you to become a full druid of the Mossback, for you to wear a bit of Cernuli's moss upon your body, and to carry with you a piece of his essence and protection. That being said, the original plan for your rite has been altered. It would
Altered? What do you mean
appear...
altered?
Well, it would
More effectively.
It would appear that off to the west, closer to the sea, there has been a bit of a... Blight seems such a strong word. Perhaps a disease of some sort that's killing off some of the trees and causing the animals their distress. The spirits speak of it as something that just needs tending to. And while many of our mossbacks are to the east, dealing with some strangers who have entered the swamp, I felt it best to send the 5 of you to find out what's going on. If it is too much for you to handle on your own, you are to come back and report your findings. But I have faith in Master Feathersong's teachings, and we believe that this is something that you can handle.
We get it done, Chief. Ain't no way we not getting this done.
Archduke?
Yes, Fizzlebits.
Well, you see that the hand, the constellation, it's high in the sky at the moment, and that means that it's likely that dark magic is more powerful currently. And what if we run into a necromancer who kills us and brings us all back as zombies?
That's not gonna happen.
We stabbed Necromancer before he killed us.
She's gonna fly in front of you like with a protective motion, being like, "I won't let that happen to you. Don't worry.
We'll be fine.
Me and Cash got this, right, Cash?
Mm-hmm.
Malaise, what about you?"
Malaise just blinks at you behind 2 large green cat eyes.
She looks back. That's Malaise's way of saying that she's got this.
That's the most excited I've seen her in weeks. We're ready. We're ready.
We got you. We'll protect you.
Ancient expedition.
Very well. Matharian, I leave you with the briefing, I guess. And she turns and quietly begins to walk among the stones, leaving Matharian with his 5 students.
Can I insight, like, her level of cool calm? Like, does she know this is, like, a throwaway thing that we would have to do anyway? Or is this, like, crap, we're thinner spread than I wanted? And now
Go
I
ahead.
have to use kids.
Insight it.
Oh my god, so good, right? 8, lovely.
She doesn't seem quite as aloof as usual. There is just the slightest little hint of worry in the tone she's been giving as compared to other times you've spoken with her.
Malaise starts to think of who is going to have to be sacrificed first in case of danger.
Jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Fizzlebits would scamper over to Red Eye, tug on his back and say,
You think she knew about that? That's why she's going to get us killed?
Cash, this will be easy, right?
Ain't no thing.
And with that, Amanda's gonna like literally like lie down on your shoulder, resting her head against like your neck.
And Cash will give you chin scratches.
Amelia is her wings flutter as this happens.
So, Matharian seems in good spirits. As he stands there, he's got his one hand that would usually hold his staff. He's trying to figure out what to do with it since it's not in its usual position. It goes from his hip to his thumb hooking on one of the pouches on his belt to hanging at his side. It's
Fizzlebits would grab one of his quarterstaffs, which is about 2.5 feet long, and go, here.
How small would my quarterstaff be? Jesus Christ.
like 2 inches.
I have my quarterstaff ready. I'm ready to mess someone up. Lately.
He would start to reach out for it, Fizzlebits, but then realize how short it is and shake his head a little bit. No. That's all right, little one. Don't worry.
At which point, Red Eye would go and pick up just a nearby branch that was about the rightish size for what's his name again?
Matherian.
Matherian, and just call out, "Hey, master, itch."
Oh, a catch. I think he has very good dexterity.
He would make sure to throw it so that way it didn't hit him.
Let's find out how that goes. Nope.
Just kind of drops them to the ground in front of him.
Yep.
10 demerits.
A little bit of a juggle, and then he drops it. However, he does use a bit of magic, and you watch as he uses shape earth to rise up a stone and some dirt to lift it up to a height where he can grab it before replacing the earth back to its original state.
So lazy.
Very well then. A change of plans today, it would seem. What we did have planned is no longer available, and so we will send you on this small task. If you'll all follow me back to the grove, we will get you equipped to leave the tree, and everything should be set.
Does this seem like not typical behavior of him?
Give me an insight check. Yes, he's a little bit flustered, not quite as well spoken and thought out. Like, his words aren't quite as planned as they normally would be. You get the sense that him and Archdruid Thalara were speaking about something that has them both a bit frazzled.
Cash is going to whisper up and say, "Something doesn't seem quite right."
What do you think's going on?
He doesn't seem like himself. He seems stressed out. This could be serious. Don't tell the others just yet.
We'll be okay.
I don't want to worry anyone else.
Loudly, like, I hear you.
As long
I
as we're not
totally am on the same
fine.
page.
Amelia gives a little yawn and stretches her wings. It sounds like it's gonna be far. Can I sit on your shoulder while we go?
You know I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. And she gives a little zoom around your head.
Malaise, dear, we will need 2 legs to be outfitted with properly.
The cat perches on 2 legs.
Not what I meant.
The cat is no longer a cat.
Much better.
Well, for him you transform, but not for your best friend.
Well, they can outfit a fairy, but not a cat. Also, you seem less cool, calm, and collected today, sirs. Something going on that we should know about before we leave.
Well, I had everything planned for your rite of passage, and it seems the Archdruid has went and changed my plans, and I, as most of you know, do not like to play things by the seat of my pants, as it were. But once we get you all equipped, I will take you to the edge of the grove, and I will tell you what it is that you'll be doing. Is that acceptable?
I mean, if I said no, would that change anything?
Not a thing. Let's go.
Amelia yawns and stretches.
As surely as winter doth come.
The small kobold will scamper up to the side of the teacher and say,
So, you have a question.
Yes. What is your question?
Can you place something by the seat of your pants if you're wearing a robe?
I'll tell you a secret. That's why I don't like playing things by the seat of my pants, because I wear a robe.
Wait, what?
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh, who are you going to bother when we have no teacher around?
Fizzlebits doesn't bother
Maddie,
anyone.
Did you
I'm
need
just
me?
waiting for Fizzlebits to get his wings.
I
And
don't need
Rebecca's gonna like
money.
look at your back to see if they developed when she was like not looking. Nope, still not there yet.
Oh.
They're coming soon, you know.
What the heck?
Yes, in a box via mail.
He's gonna like twist. You wait. Is that how dragons get wings?
No.
Dragons? Surely.
I don't know. I'm the only dragon I ever met.
Oh, my.
Except for the big tree, but I don't think big tree counts anymore.
Does big tree count anymore? I guess it depends if original dragons still alive.
Who am
To
I
be
to tell
fair,
you your own
until
history?
Cash told me otherwise, I was convinced he was a Goliath because he's so tall.
Seen Goliath once. Many months ago. Scary.
Alright, so as Matharian walks away from this small little teaching spot, he leads the five of you back to the groves. As you step back into the hallowed grounds of the Mossback Grove, a sense of ancient power and serene tranquility washes over you. Nestled at the base of the colossal tree of Cern, this sacred sanctuary exudes a timeless aura, where the whispers of the past mingle with the vibrant pulse of the present. The air is thick with the fragrance.
The fragrance.
The fragrance.
Fragrance?
The fragrance.
The
Be very,
fragrance.
very quiet. We are
We need the
rabbits.
ruby wings. Of blooming wildflowers, damp earth, and the subtle scent of mystical herbs. Towering above you all, the great tree of Cern stands as a marvel of nature. Its massive trunk covered in thick, gnarled bark and drooping strands of green moss. The expansive canopy stretches out, providing shelter and shade with leaves that shimmer with a gentle green glow, as if imbued with the ancient dragon's very life force. Vines adorned with luminescent flowers spiral up the trunk, while roots as wide as a person extend outward, forming natural archways and alcoves. At the very base of the tree, crystal clear pools of water reflect a majestic canopy above. These sacred pools, known for their healing properties, are often used in the druidic rituals. The water is so pure it mirrors the heavens, they say, creating an illusion of stars during the night. Around the grove, druidic huts crafted from woven branches, moss, and leaves blend seamlessly with the natural environment. Each hut is unique, with intricate patterns of vines and flowers woven into the walls, and inside they are cozy and filled with the scent of herbs, with soft moss beds and small altars dedicated to various nature spirits. In this central clearing, a ring of ancient weathered stones encircles it. Each stone is etched with runes and symbols of the druidic order, and the circles therein glowing faintly with mystical energy. This is where the druids gather for important rituals, meetings, and ceremonies. There are lush herb gardens scattered about, brimming with medicinal herbs, rare plants, and vibrant flowers. These gardens are meticulously tended by the druids, one such being Matharian Feathersong, and use the plants for healing. The gentle hum of bees and the flutter of butterfly wings add to this serene atmosphere. There are several woodland creatures that roam freely in the grove, many of which each of you know by name. They are unafraid of the druids who protect them: deer, rabbits, birds, small crocodiles, frogs, lizards, and other animals can be seen resting or playing among the roots and in the underbrush, creating a sense of harmony and life. In a more secluded area of this grove lies the Spirit Glade, a place of deep meditation and communion with nature spirits. It is a place of reflection where druids come to seek guidance and attune themselves to the land. This is where most of you know Archdruid Thlara remains. As you follow your teacher in the Mossback Grove, with the great tree of Cern at its heart, you feel once more the ancient dragon's essence protecting and nurturing all who dwell here. This is more than just a home for you all. It is a living testament to the bond of druids with nature, a sacred ground where your journey has begun. Matharian takes you to a small hut surrounded by stone and gathers up with each of you, fitting you for armor, supplies, and weapons. Once this is done, he leads the 5 of you from the grove and out into the more murky swamp, not quite as pristine and clear as the rest of the grove. Here on the edge of your home, you can see the wild, untamed lands as the smell of seawater and swamp gases mix badly in the air. All right. This should not be a difficult task. As the Archdruid said, go to the west, find what is destroying the plants and making the animals sick. If you all can cure it, please do so. If it appears too much for you, please do the smart thing and come back. I expect you all to protect one another as the family that I have seen you, or I have watched you become. I am proud of you all. And hopefully, when this is done, you will all be able to count yourself as full members of the Mossbacks.
We won't let you down.
I have faith that you won't.
And, if worst comes to worst, at least we will now just let the land.
Please watch over each other.
Don't worry, I'll keep them all in my sight and keep floats a little bit higher than all to make you see all of them. From
I'll make sure Red Eye doesn't wander off.
Eh,
I can see all.
even if I wander off, what you gonna do? I always find my way back.
No, no, no. We stick together. This is very serious. This is our trial, guys. And something's harming the animal.
Huh?
Ash says, as long as I've got my friends and I've got this quarterstaff, he says as he smirks, looking at Red Eye. And Fizzlebits, he's gonna smirk and yeah, we'll be okay.
Very well. And he kind of, with both hands, kind of ushers you guys off into the swamp.
Did we get direction?
We go west. We'll follow the western stars.
Oh.
If nothing else, I've got really good survival.
We're druids. We can all have decent survival.
I know this is our thing, but we could have asked so many more questions.
Eh,
You're asking questions.
where's the fun in that?
Wait, I yell back. Sir, I have a question.
What is it?
Will we be getting a number grade or a letter grade for this?
It is pass or fail.
As a group or individual?
Individuals.
Ah, okay, thank you.
The wilds will answer your questions. Seek them out.
Pass, fail. Pass, fail.
Oh, all right. Sounds like it's going to be a drag. Who can get a beat on the surrounding area? I'd really like to just head to where we need to be.
What's
Yeah.
everyone's survival?
What's the time of day? I have keen mind, so I know.
It is roughly 10 a.m.
Oh, well.
Druid,
Sunday.
can anyone talk to the plants and animals? Jeez. If it's a blight doomer, as a circle of spores druid, can I look around for any signs that my specific spores that I probably planted for a pretty good proximity around the have they reacted to anything?
What kind of check would... We'll call that a nature check. Wait, do we have a
Not-
nature check?
Not survival.
Yes. Is intelligence based.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll call it a survival check. I'll allow it.
Well, I'm rolling too.
God.
Well, I'm
Doesn't-
rolling too because
You're rolling to look at my spores?
No, I'm rolling to think about what I would know of the area because
Yeah, I would roll what I know about the area and just.
Would I get advantage because they're my babies?
Yes, I would give you advantage for that.
I almost want to roll to see what I know about
Go for
their
it.
spores.
About my babies.
Yeah.
Let me also, just real quick here,
Cash
help-
is just curious.
I'm gonna help you all out just a little bit. Because I know we're not quite... Some people may not be quite sure where we are on the map. This here is the Tree of Cern.
Oh, we sailed through here at one point, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. So you all are headed to the west, towards the ocean. The other druids have went to the east because there are strangers in the swamp.
gee, I wonder who the strangers
So
are.
where the strangers have been left out. Perhaps next week we'll find out in a different campaign.
Perhaps. Maybe you will. Who can tell? But yeah, so that's where we are on the map.
Milo rolled a 20 on survival about what you would know about the area towards the west and stuff.
Okay, so everyone rolled pretty good except for Cash and Red Eye.
I'm giving guidance to Cash.
Oh, you're giving guidance, Cash, so it's 15. Or no, give me a D4, Cash.
Yes, sir.
14. Okay, so, Malays, your spores, there are, little mushrooms that do speak. And while they don't have anything concrete, the spores to you would describe it as maybe a sense of food. Yeah, it would be kind of like they sense there's food in that direction.
So food for them decay.
Take that as you will.
Cool.
Amelia, while Malaise is talking to her spores, you pick up a bit of kind of a foul stench in the air. To you, a druid who has been in the wilds for some time, it's kind of a smell of rot mixed with swamp gas and skunk musk.
Okay. But like it smells like like does it smell like natural or like does it smell like it can be out of place?
I mean, you guys haven't ventured very much out of the grove.
Okay,
I mean,
fine.
I probably would have snuck out a few times.
Well, like I know from nature, like just basic would, you know what I mean?
Well, I mean, the swamp gas is normal. The decay and the skunk musk might be odd, but not like completely out of place. And it's kind of faint, so it's not like it's right on top of you.
Okay.
Cash, you would notice that there are a couple sets of tracks headed off in the west already. Larger
Okay.
footprints.
Cash is going to slowly investigate that. Like,
hold
not
on.
go off, but just, like, look down and examine the first set.
Before everyone decides to meander too far away from each other, Malaise is going to go. There's a strap on her thigh that has test tubes of like different varying colors, and it's my spore library. So I take a set of spores that have been attuned to the longest, like I have been working with them the longest, and I pop open the cork on the test tube and I like take a thumb worth of spore and I like take my thumb and I smack dab it into everyone's forehead.
Okay.
Is this gonna be like the red mushrooms?
This is going to maybe help me find you if you get lost.
Yeah, so not like red
Decide to
mushrooms.
find you.
Cash
Kind
says,
of-
"Aw, you care."
Kind of a ashy texture as she marks you like Simba on the forehead.
Amelia's gonna like shake her head and be like, ugh. Hate when you do that.
I flicker.
Smells like truffles.
You say you flick her?
Yeah.
Ouch, I feel like that would really hurt her.
Well,
Hot.
do it lightly with my little pinky finger.
Okay.
Knock the wind out of the fairy.
Probably, yeah.
Feels like a gut punch
I didn't hit
from
him in
Mike
the
Tyson.
stomach, you heathens. I hit her
So
in the
you can
forehead.
toss the fairy.
Yeah, so you were instead. Cool story.
Fine, she'll fit in someone's backpack.
So, now the five of you, on this map, west is up, by the way. The five of you are on your own. For the first time sanctioned out of the grove.
A sanctioned exploration.
Malaise, you promise you're not gonna try to like escape and not help us and whatever?
I make no promises ever.
Yeah. She do what she do.
I already have this map filled out working on different routes. So
I know, that's why I'm scared that you're gonna just abandon us.
you have it covered, right? You have whatever they do besides giggle around campfires and ask the teacher a million questions. You're surely capable of something yourself.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
And
elements of the
Cash is
god.
tall. Tall
It's
people
of the
accomplish a
team.
lot.
Okay.
Cash, if you want that investigation check on those tracks, you may.
All right. I will cast guidance on myself, and then I will investigate.
24. So Cash, as the others are talking about Malaise possibly leaving her small found family behind, Um,
Forced found family.
you start to inspect the footprints in the soft ground of the swamp. And it's a little difficult at first, but you've played hide and seek with your druid friends enough, and all the different forms they have taken to try and outwit each other in the game, that you recognize the shape of these tracks. They look like frog tracks, but they're very big and not moving like frog tracks would, not in the hopping motion. They're more taking steps.
Cash is while he's on his knee, he's going to start snapping his finger real quick and say, "Frog tracks," and then he'll share his findings.
2 feet or 4?
Can I roll survival to see if I can like know what kind of creature would do that?
I think I'd want to do the same.
That would be a nature check.
Okay, can I roll that?
Is it 2 feet or 4?
Whatever I know about it, I will share.
Bipedal, yes.
Bipedal.
It could be a bullywog.
Cash also wants to poke at the prints with his quarterstaff. Like, how fresh are they? Does it look like the mud has dried, or is it still fresh?
It's a swamp. So the mud drying, I mean, the tracks are filled with water.
Okay.
And Amelia, with that roll, the term bullywog does sound accurate to you from what you've been taught of the different denizens of the swamp.
Okay, so Amelia would say that.
Mhm.
Amelia says a bullywog, maybe? I think they walk like that.
And there's 2 sets of tracks.
Bullywog's okay. They mainly keep to themselves, extremely territorial, and tend to have clan structures, known for having wild disputes of leadership.
Nah. So, potential fight. Maybe.
Best avoid.
Have to be. If we're in their territory, we say, oopsie daisy, our bad, and we keep meandering.
You think they gonna understand that?
I have an idea.
Let's hear.
They wouldn't mess with one of the senior muspects. So what if we disguise ourselves as senior muspects? All we need is something that looks like the cloak.
Malaise already wears a green cloak. If you just want to draft on it.
Could I roll survival to see if I can remember where we might find a patch of moss big enough that we could...
All over. It's a swamp. And moss
Amelia.
True.
still
Amelia.
grows on the north side of trees.
So, survival to, gather enough moss in a big enough clump to make a improvised cloak.
That would help.
All right, the 2 of you can. Well, there we go. Another crit. Well, the 2
You
of
know
them.
what? I'm gonna help by giving guidance. So
Okay.
You can't stop us,
come on,
Dumey.
make it a 30.
Yep.
So that's what, a 1d4?
1d4.
So as they go off to gather
Yeah,
moss
buddy.
together, Malaise, what were you about to say?
I was going to look to Amelia and say, could you please druid craft my cloak to look more official?
Of course. And with that, she like weaves her hands, and she looks very like dreamlike as she's casting the spell. And
Pay attention to what you're doing. You're going to get kidnapped.
No, you know that's how she generally spellcast. She looks very like dreamy when she spellcasts. Her eyes kind of like glaze a little bit.
And Malaise loves giving her a hard time.
And he does the spell.
Okay.
And then she like, opens her eyes. I did it, right? It's good. It's good.
I don't know. It's on my back.
Good.
Since a little bit more than what the spell. Give me a nature check. This will determine how good it looks.
Ugh. I do not have nature or anything.
Guidance.
Deception check to convince her how good it looks.
I can cast this too.
Okay, give me a d4. Usually I would say before the roll, but I'll allow it. Okay, so it's
The
an
last
11.
two have been after. If it's good for
I
the goose,
know.
good for the gander.
I agree. That's why I haven't said nothing. So, you watch as the green cloak begins to take on a mossy texture. It doesn't quite look like living moss. It kind of looks like maybe dried moss that's been woven into the cloak. But, you know, to somebody who doesn't know much about the moss backs, it could be passable.
Good enough.
I think it's gonna be good enough.
Deception check.
Who are you trying to deceive?
No, she's not trying. She genuinely believes it'll be good. She thinks like it would be
Yeah.
persuasion. Maybe it's not deception because she's not lying. She thinks like a bullywug that's not really gotten close to her like us that it should probably pass.
Do we know them if they're
Malaise
hostile?
does not care enough if it doesn't look good.
If you're captured by bullywugs, you get to leave.
If
If
your teachers your teacher has taught you about the many denizens of the swamp, which predators to watch out for, which denizens to keep an eye out for, and while bullywugs can be hostile if you interrupt a hunt or keep them from catching food, they're probably the least hostile of the races in the forest. You've been told more or less to look out for lizard folk more than bullywugs.
Lizard folk eat. They eat everything. Except, greens. They're cannibals. They even need a dragon like me.
Well, let's not find any of those people then.
Are we continuing on stopping for lunch? Are we taking a nap?
One question: would we all know what circles we all are, or no?
I mean, you guys have been together for a long time.
So I'm assuming yeah. So just so we're all clear here, just so we all like players know, because our characters know what circles are we all?
It
the
is
circle of the land specifically.
Circle of the Land, yeah.
You guys are both circle of the land.
No, he's Circle of Stars.
And circle of stars.
Okay, so we have 2 circle of stars, 1 circle of land, 1 circle of spores, and 1 circle of dreams.
And your teacher is the circle of shepherds.
Okay,
Oh, that's
so we
so apt. So apt.
so Cash and Fizzle are circle of star,
Yeah.
and then Red Eyes circle of land, spores is Malaise, and Amelia is dreams.
No one took Moon. I'm surprised.
I do enough Moon and Baldur's Gate.
It was the best before they expanded, and now
True.
it's not the best.
Well, your archdruid is a circle of the moon, so
I was hoping someone would take Circle of the Moon so that we could have a giant bear by using the enlarge.
all right. So about this time, our gathering crew comes back with a great deal of thick moss that is damp and still living.
You know, in some of the southern islands, they have this kind of moss called sphagnum, and it makes an excellent home for a kind of black and yellow frog called corroborate frogs.
They taste good.
Dog.
Oh, didn't say.
How far around the area have we been?
You've only walked probably a few minutes before finding these tracks.
No, like with the teachers and stuff. Because I have this.
Oh,
Like he would have a very good idea of like terrain, like the stuff around like any area that he's been in.
So the way that the Grove of the Mossbacks is set up is there's the large tree of Cern, and then the little areas like the pools and the huts and the gardens. And then just beyond that are... How to explain this? You remember the Disney Atlantis movie, how there were these stones?
Yeah, kind of. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there are marker stones that kind of... They're just stones with runes carved into them. They don't appear to do anything except for just mark the boundary of the grove. And anytime that you guys were taken out of the grove, you were never taken out of sight of those marker stones.
Okay, so we really haven't left the area too. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, my guy might have, simply due to the fact that, due to one of my personality traits, I'm driven by a wanderlust that led me away from home.
They would have came after you pretty quick, just like Malays.
Yeah, and I probably would have come back with them whenever they came to get me, but yeah, no, it would always been a, ow, gone a little further than I intended.
There's a marker on one of the gates of how many times they've dragged me back through.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
So they add a new one.
It's abuse, is what it is.
Eh.
Are we ready? Are we going to be traipsing through? Are you all loud? You all are loud. I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace.
Good plan.
You care.
No.
She just don't want
She
to
cares. She cares.
He doesn't care.
Mars. After all, you have to care about oneself.
Alright, so are we following the tracks or going a different direction? Avoiding
Do
the tracks?
tracks point west?
Yes, the tracks are moving west.
I guess we follow the tracks.
Teacher always says that if we need to move through the forest or the swamp, we should move along well-visioned tracks so that it is easier and we can move faster.
Pass Without Trace doesn't work if you're spitting factoids the whole time.
So go ahead, everyone, if you're going to try and be quiet in unfamiliar territory, go ahead and roll me some stealth check.
Okay, how does it work with me if I'm flying? Because I'm not making noise from like footsteps and stuff.
It's
I mean, you still get a +10 to your
Yeah, you
stealth.
still get +10.
I am the stealth.
Damn, Cash.
I'm sorry, who wasn't being quiet?
Lady really doesn't give a fuck, does she? Then again, it's probably, then again, we could probably
Trace, it's a
whip it off.
19. Shush.
So, a nice little bonus as well as the Pastor's Out trace. Because you are following the bullywog tracks, the bullywogs know what ground to step on and what not to. So you avoid sinking into the muck and wet ground and clay of the swamp. So that adds another 3 to your stealth check.
Oh, yeah.
So everything's coming up us. Saying.
You chose correctly. So as the 5 of you make your way through the swamps, you notice many animals, much like the ones in the grove. However, these ones don't appear as docile because these are more wild creatures that are not benefiting from the protection of the grove itself. You see shining eyes watch you from just under the water's depths. Every once in a while there's a splash as either a bird swoops down and fishes, or some fish jumps up out of the water to catch a bug. The swamp is teeming with life, just full of it everywhere you go. And with your druidic senses, it is a very almost overwhelming kind of thing, because out here nature is more untamed and wild. And for some of you, that might be a euphoric sense of natural beauty and chaos as it should be. And for others, it may be a little overpowering, like walking into a place with too many different perfumes all at once.
If anyone looks over at Fizzleditz, he's put cotton balls in his ears.
Meanwhile, Red Eye is just having the time of his life.
I was about to say, Amelia would probably be fluttering, like very happy, like feeling like very happy and serene with like how it is.
Okay. Give me a perception check, everyone.
I mean, I'm not too bad at that.
Hiya!
If Amelia doesn't see it, I won't.
Yeah. Looks like all of you passed. So
Nice.
following the tracks, and even with all the sounds and scents and tactile sensations of the swamp, you eventually come up on a small inlet of a lake. Well, not a lake, but more like a pond. And you see that there is a green-skinned creature out in the water, while another one sits on the shore. They appear to be fishing, spearfishing.
These
it is-
are bullywogs.
Yep, these are your bullywogs.
Bullywog thing.
Do you wish to avoid? Do you wish to attack? Do you wish to converse? It's up to you, students.
Can someone ask them if they know anything about the blight?
I can go.
Would
I'll go with you.
I'm pretty good at
would
talking.
interrupting fishing count as interrupting a hunt?
I don't think so. They seem like reasonable people.
Okay, I'm gonna go hide.
Same here. Be prepared to fight back.
Don't get mad if we leave you behind because we forgot you were hiding.
We're not going to leave you behind.
Come on, Ash. We got this.
Why are you so mean all the time nowadays?
And with that, let her forward.
She just grumpy she didn't get her cat nap.
We
With
don't
that,
have
she's
time
gonna
to
flutter
discuss.
towards the thingies. With her trusty companion, Cash, by her side. Cash, you said you're coming with me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cash got back.
I'm gonna hide in some nearby bushes if possible.
Keep a
Or-
lookout
I
for
clicked the
other
wrong thing.
things.
Yeah, she's gonna fly and try to and try to very not like aggressively get their attention. Be like, hello.
Before Amelia left, Malays would say, "Don't get too close to their faces in case they mistake you for a fly."
That's mean.
I'm looking out for you.
I'm not a fly.
I didn't say you were.
But they might mistake you for one.
Not with Cash. You'll protect me if they try to think I'm a fly, right?
What if they've never seen a fairy before? I'm just protecting you.
True. I don't think I've seen another fairy since I was a kid. So yeah,
Alright.
when she flies up, she would try to like be like hello to try to get their attention.
I'm
How
mean
close are you
because
getting?
even when I try to be nice, people think I'm mean.
She would probably get closer than she should.
Well, you have a grid.
Wait, where are they? You go around here, like, here, and hopefully have no regrets. Give me how many regrets? On a scale from 1 to 1,000.
Well, as you attempt to get their attention, the one in the water turns and looks over at the small fairy on the shore.
Hi, sorry to bother you.
You know what?
Roll
Give me a
initiative.
charisma check.
Just flat charisma.
Just flat charisma.
Can I get advantage because I'm assuming Cash is helping? Cash, help me out.
It's not my decision, buddy.
He's
What?
got to tell me how he's helping you, if he's helping you.
Cash is going to give a very friendly wave and also say, "May we approach?"
If Cash's charisma check is above yours, even by 1 point, I'll say you got advantage on him helping you.
Roll higher than an 8 for the love of God, Chris.
No pressure.
Okay.
My man.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're taking the 21. The bullywog kind of tilts its head, and as it pulls the spear up out of the water, you see a very large catfish, bigger than you, actually. Just
Wow.
kind of wriggling and you know, its mouth snapping from where it was stabbed with the spear.
Looks like mayonnaise.
Strange flying creature. What do you want?
Oh, hi, I'm with the druids, and we've noticed that there's and she kind of describes like the blight or whatever going on in Weston. We've noticed there's something going on over there. Do you guys know anything about it? Has it been affecting you guys?
The one in the water kind of looks over to its partner. And the partner is just kind of stops and sits there perfectly still, because as you look over, he's eating one of the fish that they've caught, like whole.
Nice. Best life.
And the one you've been speaking with turns back. Yes. There is something over near the shore.
Do you guys know anything about it?
It looks like a cow and a lizard.
Have they affected you guys?
It draws in a lot of flies.
Does it smell like, and then she's going to describe like rotting or decaying flesh?
The bullywog just kind of nods its head, and its long tongue just shoots from its mouth as it catches a very large dragonfly and crunches on it.
Okay, how far out is it from here? We're gonna try to take care of it to help everyone.
About 70 or 80 hops to the west.
Already hops.
All right, thank you very much. Good luck fishing. And
So
with
it's
that,
super close.
do you have to touch someone for guidance or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a touch spell.
Yeah, she's gonna say good luck with the fishing.
A bullywog can hop about 25 to 30 feet.
What?
That's wild.
That's great. Really?
That's one hop.
Yeah, I can believe it.
Wait, how many feet from one hop?
25 to 30.
Jeez.
They got leg strength apparently. Damn.
They don't
They're
miss leg
giant
day.
frogs.
What did you
They
expect?
don't take leg day, man. They take leg day seriously.
I mean, if you really think about it, I mean, that's not even. I mean, in D&D terms, that's not that far.
True.
I mean, that's 30 feet right there.
And a normal frog can hop like 5 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, 70 or 80 hops to the west.
And if they see anything, to let them know because they're with the druids. They're here to help.
Sounds good. He kind of ignores you as you say that and goes back to fishing. The two of them kind of croaking back and forth in a language you don't understand.
Yeah.
And you suddenly realize that the thing was croaking at you in something that loosely resembled Sylvan.
Okay. Amalia would pass the information on to the rest once they caught up and say, let's keep going. And she would give us up to Cash. Be like, see, Cash, told you we had this, right?
Yeah.
Careful. More dangerous thing than bullywugs out here.
We all have each other's backs. We're going to be fine. So this, whatever the cow and lizard is, it's attracting flies. It sounds like it's decaying or like death.
Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of movie magic here. And I'm just gonna do that. And look, it's a whole new map.
A whole new map.
I just flipped it.
Looks oddly familiar. Feel like we've been here before.
It's a swamp. How did...
Everything is going to look the same.
Malaise.
Yes.
The spores you put on us, they're not hallucinogenic because I feel like the entire world just flipped upside down.
Not my fault.
Everybody wants their D&D sessions to turn out like Lord of the Rings, but somehow it just always turns into Monty Python.
That's the best part, though.
Monty Python is better than Lord of the Rings, and I will stand by that.
Let's get to trap.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves
Druid
here.
to Isengard. Dumey, they're taking the druids to Isengard.
God. Alright, so yes. As you make your way further to the west. So it's about a half a mile that the bullywog sent you in a direction. And it takes you a little bit of time to move that way. And as you're walking through the swamp...
Whoa. I don't walk.
As you're traveling through the swamp, that scent that was picked up by Amelia is getting stronger. And you all can smell it now. The very decay meets swamp gas meets skunk fumes is growing stronger, and you start to notice that the plants, as you continue on this path, are starting to look wilted and drained in a way.
So at first Amelia's gonna be like, when she catches the smell being strong, she's like, Red Eye, did you not shower this morning again? Did you not bathe?
Red Eye is going to glare.
You've done it before, Red Eye.
Well,
And she's gonna see the flowers starting to decay. She's gonna like zoom towards them and inspect them.
It takes Red Eye 4 weeks to get to this level of smell.
Oh no! And she's gonna like try to inspect the flowers and stuff. Can she see if like it's something to do with like if it's a nature thing or like if it's magical?
You'd have to give me another nature check for that.
I would also like to roll nature to see.
Survival?
You may.
Ugh.
I think I'll do my own little investigation too.
Amelia, you're not really sure. It could be either at this point.
She looks very sad and tries to like lift the flower up with her finger.
Red Eye, it seems to be something natural is killing the plants, almost kind of like a poison. Not really arcane based.
Mm.
I'm going to
Very natural, but something's spitting out a fair bit of poison for the plants to pick up.
I'm gonna pull out a small wooden disc with engravings on it. I'm gonna hold it up above my eye and rotate it, and it kind of turns into a lens.
Okay.
Do I see any poison?
So, it seems to be kind of a disease that's hanging in the air, probably clinging to that scent that you are detecting.
We should wrap cloth around our noses and mouths. We don't want to be breathing this in.
Amelia's gonna like zoom around the plants that are dying, saying oh no, frantically.
Hey. You'll end up like those plants if you don't calm down. Stop breathing so fast. We need to protect ourselves before we protect the environment.
Also, if you get too close to a plant that's feeling especially spicy, you could get very sick. Everyone, use your scarves. We all have them for a reason.
Well,
Can I tell us any? None of us have been affected by this poison yet, right?
Not that you know of.
But I roll a medicine check to make sure that none of us are being affected by the poison or disease that is.
You may. Just looking everyone over because I'm not assuming that you make like a full physical examination.
Yeah, no, just a quick little check over, make sure no one's exhibiting signs of, dying or being affected by something that they really shouldn't be getting affected by.
Yeah, for the most part, nobody seems to be affected. They don't seem to be acting any different. You don't see like any abrasions or lesions or any outward signs of contamination by a disease or poison.
Mm-hmm. Might be long-term exposure is what brings about, well,
The longer we
Yes.
stand in one place, listening to people talk slowly, the longer we're going to be affected.
That's the first smell of creatures.
Amelia's
Continue
still
moving.
zooming from like plant to plant and like inspecting everything.
Okay.
While she's zooming from plant to plant, she's gonna look for any traces of animals or wildlife in general. Can I roll
Perception
survival
check.
for it? Not survival or perception. Survival.
Yep. You're looking. You're perceiving.
18.
18. So as you guys continue walking and continue your perceiving, you start to notice the sounds of animals have kind of gone quieter. And the first thing you really notice is what appears to be a deer carcass that has been very sloppily picked at and devoured by some carrion creature. It doesn't look like there was a struggle like a hunt. Like the grasses aren't really messed up, but it would appear that the animal just kind of fell where it was.
Where is it? Like, is it somewhere like special on the map? Or no?
It's like right here, we'll say.
Whatever. Amelia's like gonna zoom right towards it and inspect it. Also, like, you seem very upset about this. Be like, no, this is all wrong. This isn't normal.
Much is left on the carcass?
Probably about half.
Malaise will sidle up to where Amelia is and then start going for her vial of spores, and they will take a couple out and mix in their hands and just kind of clap spores over it and just kind of have a moment where they're silently communing the spirit back to the natural world.
She's gonna use medicine to try to see like if she can get more information on like how long it's been dead, if it's the same kind of poison that a plant, what potentially was like eating at it, whatever.
Okay.
So,
And why don't you give me a religion check while you're at it, Malaise?
Yes. Should we take a sample? I mean, I'll take a sample. I'm not good at religion, so we got what we got.
Is
bad.
any of us really good at religion?
No one ever said I had to be intelligent, okay?
I
So-
don't think any of us did. All of us pick intelligence as our top stat.
well, intelligence and strength, but yeah.
Intelligence is actually is as high as my wisdom is. They're both 18.
Oh, well, pin a rose on your nose.
Of course.
Not me.
So as Malaise takes the proper steps and the proper items to perform this small nature spirit ritual, you get kind of a sense of peace, Malaise, that the spirit has been moved on to either rejoin and become reborn into something else, or whichever the creature decides to do. It has moved to a peaceful state of being, however. Amelia's more scientific and physical procedures. Yes, the creature seemed to have been diseased or poisoned before having been feasted on, which might explain the lack of a struggle, as it appears the creature may have just keeled over where it lays now.
So it died to the poison, but there are no dead carrions around it.
I don't know.
Got
That's
like
not
bugs, any like you know maggots, like any like kind of bugs that are around it or stuff.
Or are they all dead?
Are the bugs even dead too? Yeah, that like he's examining like all of it.
I'm so glad that you asked such a good question.
Rot grubs? Rot grubs.
And like he's like standing on the corpse, by the way,
Why?
so he can look as close as possible,
She is asserting dominance.
and then probably regret it later because
That's a little disrespectful.
she does not think in the moment.
So, as you are inspecting this body and disturbing it in some ways, 3 large centipedes crawl out.
Mm.
Like when you say large, okay. I mean, it's gonna like jump in fucking surprise in the air and wheel.
It's a small
Firebolt.
beast, but it's large for a centipede.
I was about to say it's probably large for me, isn't it?
Yes, it is large
Like
for
how
you.
big, how big are they compared to me?
Boa constrictor.
He's gonna yell snake. Yeah, Amel's gonna yell big snakes and pointed them to Cash.
Malaise lets out a firebolt.
Ooh. Okay. Roll for a firebolt. On which one?
The one closest to me.
Okay.
Which is also closest to me. She cares.
Hmm.
Oh, you definitely charred it really well. It's kind of whipping around, snapping its jaws, and I guess that'll start a combat.
I'm going to shout quickly. I don't care if it hasn't started. If it's feasting on this, it probably is a disease carrier now, and they're going to die. Well, they're going to go back to the earth.
Good old 8.11. What is with the random points in there, by the way, Doomy?
I have it so that your dexterity modifiers break the ties.
Okay.
So while my monsters don't use it, you guys do in case two of you roll the same number.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Alright, well, Malaise, you got the drop on him, and you're actually at the top of the order, so...
Let's see. Hold on, let me zoom in. Y'all, everybody's shit's on them. Okay, I'm going to do another firebolt on the one that I already hit.
Okay. Well, that is enough to take it out. The fire crackles at the exoskeleton, and the thing just kind of writhes and wiggles and rolls up into a tight little spiral as it dies.
And then I'm just going to tell everyone to get back.
Okay. Cash.
Cash gasps and teasingly says, Malaise, you saved my life. And then he's going to give, as a bonus action, going to cast Shillelagh. And then give a little pokey poke with the quarterstaff.
Malaise is just going to be like, please don't flirt with me. You're confusing me.
You break off like the back third of this thing, but it's still writhing around as you smack it with your staff.
All right, and that's all I'll do.
Okay, Red Eye.
Create bonfire on that one, and is that a action or bonus action? That is an action. And yeah, 1d8 damage.
Nope, doesn't make the save.
So that means he's taking what, 1d8 fire damage?
5 fire damage. Yep.
5 fire damage. Cool.
Mhm.
I guess that means I end my turn.
Alright, Fizzlebits.
Fizzlebits is going to step underneath the fairy and is going to cast Shillelagh as a bonus action. Would you allow me to then use a shove action using my quarterstaff to push the centipede into the fire with my Shillelagh attack?
The shove action is not an attack action.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I'll still try a shove action. So athletics or strength?
It would be strength for a shove.
I fall over backwards.
Yeah, more like you just don't find a place to grab onto it, I would assume. Anything else?
That was my bonus action.
Okay.
I could move, but
Giant centipede gets to fight back. Wow.
Please no.
Well, it's gonna slither towards Amelia. I don't know how well this thing's gonna actually attack. It's gonna try and whip its body up there and bite this fairy. Nope.
Nope. She's just gonna like zoom out of range.
Yep. And now it's Amelia's turn.
Elena looks very distraught. She doesn't like fighting. Oh, I don't like violence. What do I do? What do I do? And she's going to take out her. I feel like calling it a quarterstaff is a bit of an exaggeration, but whatever.
Her twig.
Dick.
She's gonna
The
take out her.
yeah.
She's gonna take out her like fucking nail biter thing here, and shillelagh it. How does it work? How does it work when shillelagh to roll it?
You just have a different attack set up to where it's using your proper modifier.
My spell.
All
I
right.
got
Alright, yeah.
not that. I like that.
Mine's a +7. So can that roll count because it had a -1 roll on what my modifier would have been?
I mean, it still hits.
Yeah. So she would like bonk the thing
It's dead.
and she's gonna like say, "I'm so sorry about this," and like hit it with her eyes closed.
Yep, you obliterated it.
And then she's gonna like look with one eye open and be like, "Gosh, did I get it?"
Nope, I don't think so. Defensive stance.
She's gonna panic, fly around in a circle, and then yeah, that's it.
Okay. The other centipede, the only one still alive, will try and whip itself at Hash and fight him.
Rude.
Boa
I deflected with my quarterstaff.
Yep. We're back to malaise.
Me. Yes.
Go ahead, save my life again. I dare you.
You're giving me mixed messages. I don't know what you mean. Firebolt.
Oh,
Yep, you basically burned all three of the centipedes and the corpse of the deer in the process.
Cash looks to Amelia and then says, "Our hero, right?"
He sure is.
I'm going to run over and just stamp out the bonfire.
don't I? Oh wait,
Cash is going to use control flames to help him out with that
Okay.
and extinguish it.
With the group effort, you do get it to extinguish, leaving the scorch mark.
I would like to point out that create bonfire is a concentration, and therefore I can just stop concentrating on it to put it out.
That works as well.
Was fun. Can we
I'm
continue on?
going to just soothe the grass and druidcraft to help it grow back just a little.
I think you missed a spot over here. And then Cash points to the rest of the swamp.
She would help.
Let's deal with disease before or work on symptom.
Oh, I'm just trying to fix Scorch Mark. I don't want it to reflect badly on our grades. He said pass fail, but that could be a plus and minus system.
Now, Amelia's gonna do a medicine check to see if any of us are showing symptoms from anything. How are we all looking?
Still looks pretty good. Everyone seems to be fine.
He's gonna flutter around and check everyone. She's gonna like literally go right up to your noses and like put her like her ear there to make sure no one's wheezing or anything, and then give them a thumbs up if they're good.
Swat you away and continue walking.
She's gonna like land on your head and like stomp on your head for a second.
Is anyone else concerned about the lizard kill? I can't think of anything that fits that description. And usually when I can't think of something, it's unspeakably horrible. Like sucks.
Well, we've all had the same studies. So if you don't know, we probably don't know either.
Can I roll for it anyway, just to see if I can't figure out something from perhaps my time before I became a druid?
Why not? I'll give you a chance.
All right, what would that be? Would you say?
That'd be it.
Uh,
Well, it's some kind of creature, so probably nature.
I'm gonna give guidance.
cool. Bada bing. 18. I'm still gonna roll that d4. 22.
There is nothing that you have heard of that comes close to something with that description. However, because you did roll so highly, something about all of this reminds you of some old druid tales, fairy tales, or tall tales, or legends that the older druids would talk about the wild hunt and the Feywild, and how the Raven Queen would hunt down these strange, long-necked monsters that carried a foul odor.
All right. I'm probably gonna regret this, but could I roll a history check to see if I couldn't remember the specifics of those tales?
The only way you'll get specifics is if you crit it.
I'm still under the effects of guidance, right?
Yeah, but you have to crit it.
Nice.
You have to get a natural 20.
Yeah, you have to crit it.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Oh well.
Yep, that's all you get.
You think you remember something about a scaly giraffe?
Yeah, scaly giraffe.
That would be a thing that Red Eye would think happened.
I'm really still kind of like zooming ahead, looking for more like animals and stuff.
Oh, okay. Give me a perception.
You zoom out of my range, you're no longer past trace. So your stealth is not stealth anymore.
Oh, at this point, she's not even trying to stealth. Like, she's freaking out. She does not like this.
So, Amelia, as you're zooming around and you come to like some taller brambles and taller grass, something peeks its head up.
Hello there.
What be that?
This is a creature of unsettling appearance, combining elements of both the grotesque and the formidable. This beast stands about the height of an ox, with a stocky, robust body covered in a mix of coarse, bristling fur and rough, leathery hide. Its back arches high, giving it a hunched, somewhat misshapen posture, and its legs, thick and powerful, and in splayed, cloven hooves that churn the ground as it moves. It has a long neck, the head of a warthog, and its nostrils are emitting a foul, noxious stench.
Does Amelia feel like this is the source of everything? Sure looks like the source of everything.
Is it a poisonous creature? My detect poison and disease is still up.
You detect it through the disease, yes.
Can Amelia tell if like this is like the origin of like the smell and all the foulness?
Oh, yes, that's exactly where that's coming from.
She's gonna say, "I think I found it, guys."
Do not engage by yourself.
Like,
Yeah, that's disturbing.
You remember what we talked about? That idea we had?
Mm-hmm. We're talking
You
about
walk-
the boar idea,
We
right?
make your bed, I ride you, we shoot.
We go. We ride.
So just before combat, if possible, he turns into a boar and I cast Enlarge Reduce on him.
That's fine. I'll allow that to happen. Let me get you a boar.
I guess if we're doing walking up things.
Would I have a chance to fly back at all, or no?
No. I don't have a boar. Do I have a pig? Maybe I have a boar.
Oh god. I rolled lower than the fucking thing. Oh my god, I'm so dead.
What about Wilbur from Charlotte's Web? We have a picture of him.
What's the CR of a giant bull?
I think I found one.
A boar is 1/4.
Oh, cool. It works.
Malays, remember me how I was.
I don't think it's a giant boar though. I think it's just a regular one, isn't it?
No, but they're using enlarge on him.
Oh, okay. I mean, that doesn't elevate it to it. Technically, it would be bigger.
Let
But
me
it doesn't
give.
class it as a giant boar.
Give. Who? Wait, which one of you's the?
That would be me.
Red Eye's the bull.
Alright, so I give Red Eye control of the boar.
I'm gonna use symbiotic entity instead of wild shape to give myself 16 temp HP and double Halo of Spores damage.
Okay.
And
Would... That's okay. There we go.
Alright, who are we missing? 1, 2, 3. Oh,
Me.
the boar cash rolled a 16.15. Alright. Cash, you are up first.
Cash is going to say, Amelia, I've got you. And then his eyes will start to glow. His body starts to... It's almost as if the matter of his body starts to turn black, but there are luminous points around him, taking the form of an archer. And he's going to activate his starry form as a bonus action. And then for his action, he is going to, well, I guess, do a cool little somersault forward, very ethereally, and then shoot an arrow.
Oh, okay. So you're taking
Okay,
the Archer
well-
Constellation.
Yeah. You can make a ranged spell attack, hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet. Attack deals radiant damage 1d8 plus wisdom modifier, but I don't see it on my attack list.
A ranged spell attack is...
Your spell attack bonus on a d20.
yeah.
You can find your spell attack bonus in your spell sheet. It's up on the top right-hand side next to spell save DC.
Okay, so d20 plus 6.
Mm-hmm. So 11 is a miss. Your
It'd be
arrow...
seven. Be 17.
Oh, 17. My bad. 17 is good. Roll your damage.
No, sorry, it's the damage that's 1d8 plus the modifier.
Well,
Oh, wait.
that's a ranged
Is it
spell
both?
attack. You're right,
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I'll code it in during my turn, but that would be 9 damage.
Okay. 9 damage. So as you launch this astral arrow, it kind of hits the shoulder of the creature, but the creature kind of shrugs it off. However, those tiny eyes do kind of turn in your direction. And Blaze is using Fairy Fire.
That was an accident, but I mean,
Oh.
yes, that's what I would like to do. Hold on.
Okay. Dex saving throw. Dex. No. So now the thing is glowing.
it's easier to hit now, isn't it? We
You
get
get
advantage with
advantage.
Fairy Fire? Yay!
We're just gonna give it a nice pink bubble to show Fairy Fire. Anything else?
I'm just gonna have Malady, my familiar, move up,
Okay.
and then ready a strike if it comes within 5 feet.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, it is the boar / red eye.
Charging it.
Gotta move 20 feet to be able to do that.
You need to back up about 5 feet to be able to do it.
All right, well, I take a step back. And then I charge it.
Okay. Hit it with a tusk attack.
16.
16 is the roll.
Oops, sorry.
7 slashing plus an extra 1 slashing. And it has to succeed on a strength check or be knocked prone. It does not succeed on a... So it is prone. Okay. And it takes 8 damage. Anything else, boar?
Not a whole lot else I can do. So,
Okay.
yeah, no, I think I'm done there.
Fizzlebits.
Does prone give disadvantage on strength saving throws as well as dex saving throws?
No.
Okay. That is okay. I'm going to just shuffle around on the board a little. And I'm going to cast Shillelagh as a bonus action, and I'm going to whack it with my quarterstaff.
Okay. For another 7 damage. Easy enough. Anything else?
That's my action, my bonus action. My movement is linked to the ball, so that's everything.
Oh. Fizzlebits, you started your turn within 10 feet of the creature. Give me a constitution save.
Oh, I knew I should have starry formed before this.
Ooh.
Do
So
I have
as-
advantage because I am wearing a mask over my nose and mouth?
No. No, I'm sorry, but that is not how the stink of the Catoblepas. I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but that's how I'm going to say it.
They're in Heroes of Olympus. They infested Venice.
You are poisoned until
Which
the
means
start of the creature's next turn.
So,
Oh. Yeah,
Yeah.
which means that I
right.
had disadvantage on that hit, which doesn't matter.
Yep, doesn't matter. You're right. However, now it is the creature's turn as it gets up. And it is very upset at this point.
I imagine mostly at me. And probably Fizzlebits.
So it's got a club tail and it's going to swing that around and hit the boar with it.
Cracked ribs, here I come.
Does 11 hit?
Yep. My armor class is 11, so yes.
oh,
Oh my... Okay, so I do have Relentless.
As a boar?
Yes. Hold on, let me take a look real quick. If the board takes 7 damage or less, that would reduce it to 0.
You're right. Hold on. Yeah, he's got 1 extra damage. If the board
It
takes
takes from-
7 damage or less, that would reduce it to 0 hit points. Is reduced to... So that's not 7 damage or less.
Yeah, I'm now just realizing that, and so I'm probably knocked out of wild shape, aren't I?
You are, and you also have to make a Constitution save.
Oh boy, am I making that
As the boar.
as the boar?
As the boar.
Uh,
Is he still enlarged?
Oh,
I mean, I would assume he is until the concentration's broken. You are stunned until the start of this creature's next turn. So, the boar is gone.
Replaced by a 4-foot goblin who now most likely has a kobold just bouncing on his shoulders.
And the
Well,
goblin is stunned.
You'd still be large in size, unless you were already small, in which case you would be medium.
Yeah, I was small.
Oh,
And it's gonna move to here after swinging its tail.
We don't like that.
We don't like that at all.
Amelia, you started your turn within 10 feet of this thing. Give me a constitution save.
oh boy.
You are poisoned until the start of the creature's next turn.
So what does poison do again?
Disadvantage.
Love it. Alright, so first off, which way is the jerk facing?
It ran past, so you're looking at the tail end of it.
No, but is he facing like Cash? Is he facing the goblin?
He's kind of facing this open space.
Alright, so she's gonna zoom to here and be like, "You leave my friend alone," and get right in his face and like point at him, be like, "You leave my friend alone." And then she is going to mutter some words under her breath and cast Entangle on him.
Okay. Just checking, but Fairy Fire gives advantage, right? So that means it's just regular, not disadvantage.
It's a DC thing anyway, it doesn't matter.
Spell save DC. Strength save. Got it.
And she's gonna be coughing while she's doing it because she's poisoned.
7 and 12.
So
All
he's so he's restrained.
He's currently
yeah.
restrained. Yep.
So she's looking very focused and she's coughing up her lungs because, man, that thing packs fucking COVID.
Yes, it does.
And she's gonna be like, "You leave Cash alone." And that is all she's gonna do.
Cash, you start out your turn within 10 feet of this thing. Roll a Constitution save.
Okay. Okay. I'm not scared. You are.
creatures' attacks have disadvantage. Our attacks have advantage. They have disadvantage on dex saving throws, and their speed is 0.
Cash, the scent of this thing is making you sick. You are poisoned as well.
Cash gags and staggers and takes a few steps back, and then backs up some more, and then stumbles back one more step, and then will use his new attack that is called Shooting Star.
You
Kablam.
have provoked an attack of opportunity.
Oh
You know
god.
what? Wait, can he when he's restrained?
Yeah, he can, but he has disadvantage.
Save me, Amelia!
Disadvantage is a 9.
I stumbled right out of the way.
Okay, good. Just check. And
Because there
you're
are 2 sets of advantage and only 1 set of disadvantage, does that mean that we have advantage? Because Fairy Fire and Restraint both give us advantage on attacks.
We also have advantage on well, anything that's restrained, we have advantage on attacks anyway.
They don't stack though.
No, they don't.
No,
They
I'm saying we
cancel
have-
each other out, but they don't stack. So, two advantage and 1 disadvantage makes it regular. That's just how the game works. So, Shooting Star is an 8, which misses. I'm sorry, Hash.
That's okay. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay. Malaise, you're within 10 feet of the creature when you start your turn.
Yeah.
You are not poisoned.
That's right. Boom.
Of
Can't poison the
course.
poisoner.
Of course, the
So you have advantage.
Yeah. I'm gonna back myself up a little bit. However, doop-a-doop. Cat's gonna go in. I am going to use Chill Touch and send out an icy hand. Even with advantage, that sucks. Alright.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's not going to be enough.
It's okay. Malady is going to attack. It is a d20 with
Okay.
advantage.
Yep. 16? That's good.
Okay, and that is 1 slashing damage.
One
Good job,
slash.
Matt.
Better than none.
Better than none. And then she's going to back away because they already used their reaction. Boop, boop, ba-doop, doop, doop.
Good call. Red Eye, you are stunned until the end of this turn, so you don't get to move.
yay.
Do they have to roll for the poison?
Oh,
Or does
that's,
it-
yeah, Constitution save. He is correct.
Oh, can I retcon something?
What are you retconning?
When it was within 10 feet of me and I could Halo of Spores it.
I'll allow it.
Thanks.
Yep.
4 necrotic. Katui! 4 damage.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
And you're,
Right, I feel so good.
yeah, at the end of your turn, you're no longer stunned, but you are sick. Fizzlebits, you are within 10 feet of the creature. Constitution save. 14. I think that was just enough. Hold on. Nope, sorry. It was 16 that you needed. You are poisoned until the beginning of the creature's next turn.
I am going to sidle back, and I am going to starry form. I'm going to take the archer as well. When I saw the starry arrow hit before, did it look like it was shrugged off because it didn't do much damage, or did it look like it was shrugged off because it was the first hit and it was like, this is nothing?
I almost feel like trying to figure that out mid-battle would be a roll.
I'm happy to roll for it.
That would use up your action.
Is it?
No,
I'm happy to use up my action. Is it resistant to radiant?
I'll just tell you,
What do you
no,
want
it's
me to
not
do?
resistant. You're good.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to shoot my roll 1d20 plus 6.
17? That's
17
it.
enough to hit it. Roll 1d8 plus 4
For 11.
for 11 radiant damage.
Okay. Guys are chipping away at it. Chipping away.
It comes around to my turn. I'm gonna hurt this thing. I swear it.
Alright. So. There's 5 of you.
I know what you're thinking, and the answer may surprise you, Dumey.
I'm gonna make this fair. I'm gonna roll a 1d5.
Sickening glare.
Why didn't it give me a roll?
It's hitting Remy. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Why is it not rolling a d5?
There we go.
It did.
Oh, there it went. 2. 2 is hash. Or cash.
Uh-oh.
You leave the son of Danielle alone.
I'm not worried.
Cash, the creature stares you down as you are the first one to run away from it. And it just takes a deep breath and just blows this noxious, like, gray fog in your direction. I need a Constitution save.
Can I do this?
Oh, no, because it's not necrotic damage, Chris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ugh, it's a necrotic thing.
All right, what's the damage?
Gotta roll the Constitution save.
No problem.
21.
Good save.
Good job.
Oh, yeah.
Because that
Half
was
is-
an 88.
Yep, that's 8d8.
That's still probably enough to knock him out.
We all took healing word, right?
Half of 27.
No,
which
but I've
is
got good
14.
berries.
All right. Very healthy.
Yep, 14 damage.
I got you, Chris.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I got good berry.
See, nothing to worry about.
My character can only heal. My characters are literally just a support character. They have no offensive capabilities, just healing it.
Okay. Amelia, you're within the 10 feet still.
By the way, everyone who was poisoned isn't anymore.
Except
Unless
Yep.
you get me.
14's not enough.
Nope, you're poisoned again.
Still coughing. Also, we didn't make a straight damage, so he's still restrained, sucker. Haha.
Yep.
She's gonna yell and scream no when she sees that Cash got hit with that and do this. And she is going to use all 4 of those dice. So number of d6 is equal to my druid level, which is 4. Oh wait, actually, half equal to half, so it's only 2. I can roll 2 of them. So roll.
Oh, you roll all 4, but they only gain half of the hit points that you roll.
Oh, okay. 40.
You can spend a number of those dice equal to half your druid levels.
So I can only roll 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bruh.
You gain 1 health. Plus you gain 1 temporary hit point.
No,
Oh,
they
2
gain the full. They gain the full. They gain the 3. It's half of my druid level, so I only got to roll 2 dice. But they do gain the full 3.
The target regains a number of hit points. Oh, yeah, you're right. So 3 plus 2 temporary hit points. So you get
Thank you.
3 healed and 2 temporary hit points.
I'll take it.
Then she is also going to. Wait, was it? Alright, so now I'm going to go take a bunch of damage when I give him an attack of opportunity. Hit me, do me.
That's true. Attack of opportunity.
Please. It's hit. Still there.
Alright. Constitution save. Yeah, you're
So she
stunned.
doesn't even get away, she just gets knocked down right here, right?
Just inside the 10 feet, yeah.
He's gonna go heal you, but you see he gets knocked off, and the entangle's gone because it's concentration.
Yep. 'cause
Not
you were-
necessarily. You need to make a concentration save.
If I'm stunned, don't I automatically fail it?
Ooh, that's a good
I
question.
feel like if I'm stunned, I would automatically fail it.
They automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws and is incapacitated, can't
Any-
move, and can speak
Yeah.
only so.
Any ability or creature that stuns or paralyzes your PC breaks their concentration
Yeah, so
immediately.
there's no way I can concentrate when I'm stunned.
So the entangle's gone, and you're stunned and poisoned and prone.
prone.
Because,
So it's
Yeah.
flying. It's
Wait.
not okay to be me. She was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to help her friend.
Don't worry, I will draw its attention. I'm pretty sure with what I'm about to do.
okay. Cash, you're up, Cash.
Ash is going to look up to the sky and say, "Stars, I need your guidance. Please help me and my friends." And he is going to cast. Where is it? Moonbeam.
Ooh, Moonbeam's a good one. Place your Moonbeam.
How do I place the Moonbeam?
If you go to your journal,
Okay.
it's going to be under spell effects, which is in the character information folder.
You got it. It's a small Moonbeam.
Oh, I mean, it's a Moonbeam.
It is, that's true.
5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
And then I'm going to move towards Amelia to give them cover.
So 6 points of radiant damage. Okay. Well done, well done. The moonbeam comes down, singeing this creature's fur as it does so. Ghostly flames. Malaise.
And-
Oh, sorry, do you have more?
Oh, I was just going to say as a bonus action, I cast Shillelagh on my quarterstaff.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. That's
Ready for what's to come? Malaise, you're up.
Mhm.
You are immune to the stench, by the way, Malaise, for the next hour because you passed the save.
Amazing. Oh, I'm going to do another firebolt and set myself up for next round if it's still standing.
Okay. That's definitely a hit for 10. It's still standing.
And I'm going to just work on casting another spell for next round.
Okay. Red Eye, it is your turn. You're right next to this thing. Roll your constitution save.
16.
You made the save. You are now immune to its stench for an hour.
You roll your next attack with advantage because it still has fairy fire on it.
Yes, it
Cool.
does.
Shillelagh for a bonus action, and I am going to hit it with my Shillelagh club.
With advantage is a 14, which meets its armor class for 9 damage.
Oh, hold on. Fury of the Small.
What's your proficiency bonus?
My proficiency bonus is 2.
Alright, so it's 11 instead of 9. Okay.
And you still have enlarged, so you do, I believe, still get that 1d4 extra damage.
That's true.
I'm only medium
Oh, that's
because
true.
normally I would be small. And that was a 1d4,
Yep.
That
12 damage.
Sounds good.
Really making use of that enlarge, aren't I?
Every little bit counts.
Chipping
Yeah.
away. Alright, Fizzlebits.
By the light of the stars and under the sign of the eye, I smite thee, sir.
I'm gonna guiding bolt
Oh, okay.
at 2nd level. And then, as my bonus action, I'm gonna luminous arrow.
19 plus 25 is 30. So yeah, 30 points damage. It is looking pretty beat down, pretty bloodied at this point. Especially after that hit.
I was not expecting it to do so much damage. I'm very happy. I rolled 3 6s and another 6. I rolled 4 6s and a 1.
Alright, it is now the creature's turn. First thing is
Takes
first.
moonbeam damage.
Yes, it does. How much is that?
If you want to work from the previous roll, it's 6. Or it can reroll. It's up to you.
Yay. Okay. It did regain its death ray back,
No.
and it's going to turn around and look at Fizzlebits. And death ray. Constitution save, Fizzlebits.
Can I have advantage?
Why would you have advantage?
I would have advantage because after I did the big attack, I would have immediately hidden my face because I know that if I damage something a lot, it tends to come after me.
I don't think so, sir.
Are you straight up dead from that?
He might be. He failed by 5 or more.
Okay, it's 64.
64.
Yeah.
I am not dead.
Oh wait, no.
But I am knocked out.
The target dies if reduced to 0 hit points by this ray.
Oh, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, the target dies if reduced to 0 hit points. It literally says that in the attack.
Good thing we know strong druids.
You killed
this-
Kenny, you bastard!
Sorry, Fizzlebits.
I told you we were gonna die.
Yeah, it's pretty sudden. The necrotic just kind of shrivels up your scales and kind of desiccates, dries you out a bit, and you all just watch as Fizzlebits kind of falls over in a stiff heap.
Cash does the anime gasp.
The enemy, yeah.
Oh!
Alright, Red Eye is now just got one mission left in life.
It's gonna move itself out of that. Yeah, out of that moonbeam.
Ooh, is that an attack of opportunity I see?
Yeah, if you want to take it.
It's with
Yep.
Shillelagh, by the way.
9, okay.
After all, Red Eye only has one goal right at the moment.
Amelia, you are up.
She's gonna just flutter her wings very weakly and like whisper to Cash to get that bastard that killed Fizzlebit. Cash, get him! Killed our friend. And she's still stunned. We could be able to actually get up or do anything right now.
Okay. Cash.
So, in case, because Cash doesn't know about this thing, so in case it charges up another death ray, Cash doesn't want Amelia to be in the way, so he's going to move over here. And then he's going to glow even brighter and shine bright like a diamond and cast his guiding bolt at level 2.
Okay. And you have
Still has
advantage.
because of guiding bolt, actually.
So, Cash, flourish your kill.
Oh, thank God.
I want this guiding bolt to, as it's flying at this creature, I want it to sever its bludgeon tail. I want it to go traveling through its body and then explode the head
All right.
in a bright shining light of disco ball.
It does just that as pieces of this creature starts to kind of sizzle and kind of decay before your eyes. Not all of it, but the stench and the disease that's inside of its body just kind of eating away at its own self.
And I'm going to sprint.
Give me the strength to do it. Admit it.
Going to sprint to Fizzlebits and pick him up so we can carry him
No,
back to the...
Red Eye would have gotten to him first, and he would have called on a wild companion, I believe, at this point.
All right, then I will pick up Amelia.
Yeah, she does not look. She looks in pretty rough shape.
As an action, you can make use of a wild shape. So I am now out of wild shapes.
Oh, and I'll call off the Moonbeam.
Okay.
Could I call in something that I can ride to speed up the journey back with?
I don't
wolf
know.
The
is a
remains.
quarter.
What are you able to call in a quarter?
Yep.
I have
Yeah.
an ape. I have an axe beak, a black bear.
You know what? Black bear.
Are there any flying creatures?
Not
There's
Not
an
that would be
elk,
big enough to carry me.
But what if there are two of us?
giant badger.
You know what? Let's go with the elk.
One of us should probably fasten fizzle bits to your back.
Red Eye,
And
you would be
I'm-
hefting up the small kobold a disc with wood around the edge and a crystal emerald carved with constellations would fall out and break on the ground.
Actually, I'm going to roll a dexterity check to catch that because that's probably very, very important to him.
I'll allow it.
17.
Is that enough fizzle bits?
Yeah.
Okay.
I catch that, stuff that in my bag with something fairly soft and cushiony, and then pull out some of the hemp rope and tie the remains of Fizzlebits to the elk, hop on the elk, and we are going to start riding like someone's life depends on it, because someone's life probably does depend on it.
Wait, before you do that, though, I think Cash should do the same thing and go into elk form so Malays can get on and we keep up with you in case the bullywogs think that you're dinner or something.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I'm also pulling out one of my javelins. Just as a little bit of a precaution.
Okay.
Amelia's gonna look up to Malay's like very weak and ask her, like, just sit in her hand.
Malaise is gonna boop your nose and cast Cure Wounds.
Just so we're clear, Red Eye is not waiting for anyone at the moment.
Well, I mean, this stuff is happening at the same time. We're just taking turns.
We're moving as it's happening.
6 healing.
Yes.
And then I can do it again, so I will cast it twice.
Matt.
10 healing.
We gotta hurry. Maybe they can do something to save Fizzlebits.
Elks, by the way, run 40 miles per hour.
Okay, that's the other thing. As we're leaving, Amelia would touch both elks and give them both Longstrider.
I am also giving mine Longstrider.
No, too, I was gonna give both. As I said, I'm giving your elk and the one we're riding.
Yeah, no, I probably would have given mine Longstrider as soon as I was settled onto its back.
I have longer strider now.
What a weird thing to fight about.
Okay. So, picking up your friend and making a mad dash back to the grove, correct?
Yes.
I
Anything
assume
else?
Malays will get on top and hold Amelia.
Okay. Anything else before heading back to the grove? Just final check.
No, I think
Um,
we're gonna see if we can save Fizzlebit.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Fizzlebit is the priority. If I might decide to come back later and maybe cut off that thing's head as, insurance that it is actually properly dead.
Doesn't have it.
Maybe I'll even hand it off to Cash as a little thing saying,
Head exploded.
here is your war trophy.
There is no head. The head exploded.
Yeah, its head is gone.
Ow, its head's gone? Well, that works. I'm sure I can find a tusk or something off of it.
Okay. Well, as you make your way back to the grove, with your friend in tow and others injured, this is pretty much like your brother.
Mm-hmm.
You rush back triumphant, and both elks gallop into the center of the druid circles. Where do you go when you come in?
I imagine there is druids that are specialized in
Yeah, I would say we probably
healing.
know who the best healer is.
Yeah.
The most proficient healers. Or we run in and be like, we need healing now, our friend, you know?
I mean, we know where the Archdruid hangs out, so I would say go to her meditation spot.
Okay. Both elk gallop through the circle, which gets a few looks, and you head straight for the Spirit Glade, this place of deep meditation and communion with the nature spirits. Archdruid Thalara is there, as she is normally, communing with whatever spirit currently has her eye, as the two elk gallop up and stop within this sacred part of the grove.
Archdruid, Fizzlebit, the creature did something to him. Can you help him?
Well, Amelia, this too is part of the circle of all living things. All of us will pass on our own. Is there a reason you wish us to negate the natural order of things?
That creature, it wasn't normal, it wasn't natural. That wasn't how he was supposed to go.
And she stands from her spot of meditation and walks forward and looks over Fizzlebit's kind of not really mangled but damaged form. Do all of you feel this way? That this was not your companion's true time?
Yes.
He's safe.
Amelia's gonna like buzz around and like look from one to the other.
She looks to Malaise, noticing that she hadn't said anything.
Why would nature bestow upon you the ability to bring him back if not to use it?
Ooh, hey.
These are indeed good questions. And to many, a convincing reason. As druids, my young saplings, we learn of the circle of life and the power that we have over that circle, whether guiding or changing. It is our duty, our task, to use those powers wisely. Your teacher, Sir Feathersong, has taught you all well. Were you successful in your rite today?
Amelia's gonna like sniffle while like wiping away a tear, nodding.
We will be successful when all of us are healthy, having all completed our mission.
We don't succeed unless one of us doesn't succeed unless we all succeed.
I disagree. We succeeded. The blight is gone.
Cash is gonna like poke, like nudge Malaise.
Saying anything against our comrade. They helped admirably. It pains them to speak.
Maybe can I make a willpower check as a spirit? That's something I'd like to do.
Let's Sierra finish her sentence first, and then
Go ahead.
I'll... Go ahead,
They-
Malaise.
Worked with the rest of us to remove the cause of the blight, ergo removing the blight. Therefore, we succeeded. Unfortunate results may vary.
What is it you're wanting to do exactly there, Fizzlebit?
I just want to say something. That's all I want to do. Like just an echo from the spirit world.
An echo from the spirit realm. Oh, that's not really how things work. But you know what? I'll let you make a wisdom check. But it's gotta be... See, now whatever number I say, people just say I altered it.
Sorry.
Because I was gonna say a 25. Which...
I'll take the 25 if that's what you want.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. It doesn't work. Thalara looks to each of you and looks down to Fizzlebit. And she lingers on Cash for a moment. And she reaches out with her staff and touches Cash's chin with it to make him look up at her more clearly. You're not requesting this for a comrade. You're requesting this for family, aren't you?
I know that having each other's back means you do everything within your power and abilities to have each other's back, no matter what. And that is what we learned here. And I feel like that is what we should propagate.
Tiny fairy nods her head in agreement on shoulder.
Not only that, but how is our order meant to grow if we just let our companions wither away so unnecessarily?
And if we bring them back, I don't have to read those textbooks anymore.
She cares.
Look, you have to buy me breakfast, at least if you're just going to flirt with me so much, Cash. It's very confusing.
Listen, you rode me today. Best day ever. All right, now let's get back to Fizzlebits.
And that's how we got our wings.
Today, all 5 of you have passed your rite. For you have learned that it is not just each of us that makes a difference, but all of us together. I will bring your friend back. And though he may not be in the form that you immediately recognize, he will still be your brother.
Thank you.
There's a short delay as Thalara instructs each of you a few things to gather for this ritual, as casting this spell does require quite a lot. First thing I need is Fizzlebits, roll me a D100.
I love reincarnation. It's such a cool spell.
Thank you.
I really hope I end up with something with wings. That would be great.
Yeah, I know, right? That would make Amelia's day if you came back with wings.
Roll me a D20.
It's still Fizz that's rolling.
Yeah.
9.
Okay, 9. Okay. Alright. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. So, about an hour and a half, you all meet in the grove where those circles of stones are. And Fizzlebit's body is laid on just a small bed of moss as the other high druids, Matherian included, stand around, and you all are placed before this small altar. In the dim, sacred light of the grove, the Archdruid prepares to perform a ritual of profound significance. The air is thick with anticipation and the scent of earthly incense, mingling with the natural fragrances. Around her, the ancient trees seem to lean in, their leaves rustling in a soft, expectant murmur. Thalara stands in the center of this carefully arranged circle, each stone etched with glowing runes of power and protection. Her fiery red hair unbound cascades around her shoulders, and her eyes, gleaming with an intense icy blue light, are fixed on the lifeless kobold before her. The fallen druid lies upon a bed of moss and flowers, their body prepared for this sacred rite of reincarnation. With a soft, melodic chant, Thalara raises her hands, palms outward, and begins to draw upon the ancient energies of the earth. Her voice, though gentle, carries the weight of a spell resonating through the grove and beyond. The runestones respond, their runes glowing brighter, pulsing in the time with her words. As the chant reaches a crescendo, Thalara's hands begin to glow with a warm golden light, the manifestation of life-giving magic. She kneels beside the fallen kobold, placing her hands gently upon his chest. The golden light flows from her fingertips, spreading over the body like a shimmering veil, infusing it with the essence of nature's rebirth. The ground beneath your feet trembles slightly, and the roots of the great tree of Cern seem to stir as if acknowledging the powerful magic at work. The light intensifies, enveloping both the Archdruid and the kobold in a radiant cocoon. Within this sacred glow, the body begins to shift and change, the essence of the druid's soul finding a new vessel in accordance with the spell's ancient dictation. Slowly, the transformation takes place. Fizzlebit's form morphs, bones and flesh reknitting, reshaping into a new living being. Thalara's chanting guides this delicate process, ensuring the spirit's safe passage into a new body. The light pulses one final time, then fades, leaving the newly reincarnated druid lying peacefully before her. Exhausted but serene, Thalara lowers her hands, the last echoes of the chant fading into the stillness of the grove. She watches intently as the newborn druid stirs, and Fizzlebit's eyes flutter open to gaze upon a new world. With a tender smile, Thalara extends a hand, helping Fizzlebits to rise, and welcoming them back to the circle of life. The grove, now silent, holds its breath, then releases a collective sigh of relief and reverence. The ritual is complete, the sacred bond of life renewed by the Archdruid's power and the timeless magic of the earth. Fizzlebits, as your eyes open and you stand with the help of Thalara's hand, you are much taller than you are used to, as you have been reincarnated into the form of High Half-Elven.
He's still gonna talk the same as a high elf. High elf.
Hello, my friends.
Fizzy!
Ah,
Jarring.
You just hear Red Eye scream out Fizzlebit's name as he basically just tackles him in a hug.
Tackles his knee.
Did we pass?
We passed!
He's gonna like fly up to Fizzlebit and like look at him and say and like cry and say she's so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're never gonna get wings like this.
I told you, order them in the mail.
I mean, like, you're never gonna get your wings now.
Why are you so small? Why?
SW says, I think you're a giant now. Are you a Goliath?
Oh.
I'm Fletchy.
Yep, no more scales.
Yes, you'll need lots of sunscreen now.
I'm missing something. Did anyone find my tail? Did it fall off?
You don't have one anymore.
Dumey, with reincarnation, does it match the approximate age or for the race, or does it just randomize the age?
Oh, that's a good. I didn't notice. I didn't read the
You're
part
a
about
70-year-old.
Because Fizzle was 7.
Oh
my god, you'd be like a baby.
No, he'd be considered an adolescent at 7.
No,
the reincarnated creature.
If he's a 7-year-old elf, he'd be a baby.
He's a half elf, so he'd be like a 7-year-old.
Okay, yeah, true.
The reincarnated creature recalls its former life and experiences. It retains the capabilities it had in its original form, except it changes its original race from the new one and changes its racial traits accordingly. Okay, so the spell forms a new adult body for it. Kids are aged up, the elderly are aged down, according to the age ranges of their new form. So I would say young adult. Young adult, half high elf.
I'm racking my brain trying to think of what could have been the cause of this. I'm guessing with a 7, I don't remember what reincarnation is.
No. But Thalara, seeing you struggle, lays a hand on your shoulder. Your friends, your brothers and sisters, wanted you brought back. And I agreed.
Thank you.
Oh, don't mention it, Fizzlebits. But perhaps you and your brothers and sisters should line up, because you have earned...
Wait. Before we do anything, the bonfire, it has something in there that shouldn't be in there. It was a vision when I was in the spirit realms.
A vision? Do tell.
Should we have him roll deception?
Yeah, we should.
Oh.
We should have him roll deception.
Yes.
Let's see it.
Deception. 14.
Versus her insight.
And she's not druid, so that's probably a 22 score, which means there's a +7 at least. Only a 5.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I'm curious now. Hold on. I gotta check.
The chooser absolutely sees through my bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Metharian's like... Yeah. But you're talking to Thalara, so... Continue.
There's A staff of power and importance.
I open one eye, blinking with the other, kind of looking to see if anyone's checking.
Go on then. Follow what your
I,
brother says.
At that point, Red Eye is going to jump off of Fizzlebits and just book it for where they've got the wood stacked for the bonfire.
Okay. And eventually comes back with it.
And eventually comes back with our old master staff.
And who do you bring it to?
I would probably be holding it, trying to pretend I was looking at this and going, "Hey, master, isn't this one yours?"
Matharian is just glaring at you right now. And he walks over and just snatches it from your hand. Gee, I wonder how it got there. And you just get that death stare that you remember so well from when you guys were in trouble.
Oh, God.
I will need to make sure that I talk to Mr. Fizzlebits later about his sudden visions.
Bust.
Oh, so close, yet so far.
The Thalara just is surprised, and she's like, how fortunate that you were shown where Matharian had misplaced his staff. This is a good day indeed. Now,
Flashing out a smile.
now, my saplings, please line up and present your bare backs to the Tree of Cern.
Malaise really wishes they were a cat.
The fairy like anxiously buzzes around Cash and says, let's go, Cash."
So, in epilogue, a group of 5 young druids sent on an unexpected task learned of their own abilities, traveled into unknown areas of their homeland, and had a great loss at the hand of a fight in which they fought valiantly for. Completing their task by their masters, teachers, and parent figures, they were left to explain the meaning of family, both found and blood related. It was on this day that 5 young druids left the grove and returned as members of the Mossback. Now I'll ask, do all of you accept becoming full members of the Mossback?
I mean, Red Eye has no reason to.
Okay. Because we may see these characters again.
Amelia definitely does, and buzzes
Okay.
around between Cash and Malaise.
Fizzle is definitely going to accept it.
Okay.
As of now, Cash doesn't really have any reason not to.
Okay. That leaves our problem child.
Malaise, like, just tips their head in a very... I'm not going to verbally agree to this, but I'm not going to also disagree.
That.
Such a sundere.
So, the ritual for becoming, for growing out of the sapling stage is rather simple, as your teacher and the one who raised you within the mossbacks, climbs the tree of Cern and finds patches of the living moss for each of you. It is then that the moss is brought down, and the moss is touched to your bare skin, just along the line of your shoulders on your back. It's a strange feeling, like something moving under your skin at first. It's a bit cold, a bit foreign. But as it settles in, you feel a strange empowerment. And it enhances the abilities you already have. You feel a connection to the other druids around you, almost like it's almost a tangible bond in ways. And you get an understanding, more insight into both the other 4 of your brothers and sisters as well as the rest of this community. When the ritual is all said and done, Matharian congratulates each of you, not just as students, but as equals now, for you're all on the same playing field. There's still much to learn and much to do, and much time to be spent protecting your world within this little swamp along the sea. And that's where we end. But each of these characters has gained both a level and a feat of Fey Touched.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So you
There
may
is a
level.
good chance that Fizzle thinks that the Fey touched feat is just how all half elves are.
But yeah, 1 level. You can do that now because these characters might come back sometime, and make sure you drag the Fey Touch feat in there. So, did you guys enjoy this self-contained story?
Yes,
Yep.
definitely. I'm just very happy I managed to foreshadow my own death. That was
I had fun with this. This was a good time. People got to play druids. We got to see a little bit of another society within the world. Both kind of the good and bad parts of it.
Yeah, it was fun. Plus, I haven't played with you guys on a Saturday in a while. So it was like, last time I played with you guys was January?
Mhm.
January, just like it's been like 7 months since I played with you guys, so it was a nice little.
Ooh.
Well, I am glad you all enjoyed it, and I'm going to let our audience go while we chat a little bit afterwards, just for a few minutes. So, for all of those watching, I'd like to welcome you back. Hope you had a nice summer. Hope it's still going well. I will say that there are 20 sides to every story. Roll for yours, and have a good night, everybody.